So me and Ruby had a few more thumbs up and some more likes and some comments from all over the world since last week's video. So thanks very much for that. It's much appreciated. Right, so I'm carrying on with sanding the mould, or the form for the mould, and the putting the brackets for the hatch on. Okay, so I'm just going to sand this by hand now. I'm going to have to be careful because it's quite aggressive, this sandpaper. This stuff sands really easily, so I don't want to over sand it. Right, I've got this whiteboard that I bought to hang up somewhere, and I've never got around to using it. It's been floating around upstairs, so I'm going to use this to cut the shape for the back. I think this will be good because it's got this whiteboard material will be really smooth. So let's just cut this out. Okay, cut the edge off. Well, cut it off, just pulled off this aluminium strip, leaving this razor sharp edge, as I found out. Anyway, right, so marked this to the correct place, and I'm just going to try this method and see how it works. So my 365 is there. I'm going to go with that. Just cut that out. Right, so the idea, that's going to go there. I know that's not flat at the moment, but I'm going to make this flat now and get this on. Satisfying that. Okay, so that is more like it. So I'm just going to screw that into place now. And now I've got that, I can just shave up to the top. And of course fill where it's not quite right. Right, a bit more filler, nearly there. Dogs don't like this at all. Okay, so I've finished that bit. That needs some more sanding now. So this So this edge here is definitely the way to do it. I should have done that to start with. That made it a lot easier. But anyway, we're there now. Okay, so I've rigged up this precarious contraption. Let me just go around the other side. Okay, wide angle lens is on. This is quite close, but anyway, so this distance here is my 288. And then I'm just going to hold that up against there, and that's going to, I'm just going to tack that in place just there. In fact, that's the wrong way round, this one. Wait a minute. Okay, so that's better. So that is now in position, middle. I was totally at the wrong angle there. I need to come down more. Better. Difficult to see under here. One. Okay, I'll switch that off now. I don't think I need the contraption anymore. Right, these now, as you can see, I've now got to start trimming them. So I reckon a little bit of a piece of paper cut at this angle. Like that. I'm not going to go too much because I can always cut a bit more off. Let's cut it off. So that actually wasn't too bad for a first cut. I mean, you can see I'm not flat against this piece, but I'm just going to come a little bit more off of that. So I've done more sanding and a little bit more filling, and keep thinking that it's nearly there, but it isn't. I've just got a bit more come around on this side. You can see I'm not quite high enough there, but I think that's, well, I keep saying it's going to be the last one, but maybe this will be the last one. Okay, so I've got another few little bits just to fill up, and then just while that's drying, I'm just gonna, well, I've just put this into the, stop wafting the camera around. Right. So I've just finally wiggled and got this into the position that I'm happy with, and I've cut the slopes. So I'm just going to tack this on now. Last final measure. Now what I don't want to do is get too much distortion, and I certainly can't get any distortion in this bottom ring, so we have to be really careful here. Let's just get a few tacks so you get it held in place. So that is a few tacks on. That should. But I'm definitely going to have to open these holes out a bit. I'm going to put the spare ring that I've got on underneath and cramp it on. Okay, so I've cramped these on, so I've got a ring the same size as this, and I've cramped it on around here. Hopefully that's going to just hold it flat, and I'm going to be really super careful. These holes are not lining up 100% due to the weld distortion. I did that on Jodie B, and I had to mess around with a file. I suspect I'll have to do the same, but I'm going to go with it like this. So very carefully I'm going to just weld a tiny bit at a time and then stop, and these bits here where it's on the ring, I'm just going to really tickle those and then put the proper weld on the thicker bit here. I think I'll do the thicker bit first. It's going to need a couple of passes on this open hole. Oh, let's get on with it. Right, I've opened this one out by a very dubious method, which I'll show in a minute. So you can see that's a little bit more wiggly, but it's still a reasonable fit compared to the other one on the side. But I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I'll just do this next run. So this is the slightly dubious method of opening these holes up a bit. So this is an old 12mm end mill that I chipped the end off, but the side flutes are okay. So I know that's not right, but sometimes you have to make do. And for what this is, it doesn't matter at all. A bit of wiggle down. That'll go through. That'll go through okay now. So I've done sort of final pass on this. I wasn't quite sure whether I should fill that hole or just leave it as like a kind of a gutter underneath, but decided to fill it. So one more to go on that one. So I'm just about flush on that, so I don't know whether to go for 3 runs or whether I can just get away with trying to get a little weave in there. I wonder if I can do a weave. I don't want to get too much heat into it. Okay, that one, got this one flush as well now on this side, so now just got to wait for this to cool a bit more. It's actually not far off. But in the meantime, I'm done with this one, I think now. That is now ready for a final sand. Just going to hoover it. Okay, so it's ready for a final light sand, I think, and then I can start on the wax. So I did have a few more thumbs up and a few more likes and some nice comments. Thank you. So thanks to everybody for the contributions. It all helps. So if you could like, subscribe, and all that, be useful. So I have finished my boiled egg, and I'm literally just doing a very, very light coat, light sanding now with this wet dry sponge, and then I'm going to go over this with some fine wet dry, and then that will be it.